Hi guys, hello everybody. My name is Grace and you're welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I share my faith and my life journey. So before we start this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any video from me, any updates from me. Let's get started. Welcome to this side of Purposeful Women. Gang. I pierced my nose So I must say that it was like a very painful experience. People who have multiple piercing in their body, I doff my hat. Like, it is not an easy experience. So in the country where I currently live, it is very normal and common to have a nose piercing from the comfort of your home. Like, you don't need an expert, you don't need a machine. Like, it's just like placing your hair. A friend or a friend's friend might know how to do it, and like that's just like that, your request can be granted. So I started noticing the idea to have a nose ring while watching an Indian movie, right? So there was this beautiful woman, and she had this nose ring on her face while they were doing all those Indian dance, and like it looked beautiful on her face, and I was like, Grace, this would look nice on you. So I decided to do copycat. Then first and foremost, like, okay, immediately I started checking out nose rings that I would like to use. I started thinking about it, and I voiced out these thoughts, this desire to people, and they're like, baby girl, it's like it would be very beautiful on you, go ahead. So I took the first step. The first step was I tested the waters to see, how it would look on me. I bought all those ones that you can just stick on your nose, like you just clip it in, and like I like the way it looked on my face. But the thing about these types is that like it can easily move or shift, from where you put it. So I decided to take the next step, do the piercing. So fortunately for me, I have this friend who knows how to do it, so she agreed to do it for me. All that she needed was all those dotted earring, and like she used the pin to bud the hole inside my nose. Like, when she did it the first time, I did strong care. Like, I didn't move, I was just sitting down at one spot. Like, so she just took it in. It was painful a bit, but as per strong that I am, I didn't say anything. So the real pain started the next day. And like I started thinking, who sent me work? I had to wear this earring for about 6 or 7 weeks, and I have to constantly apply something to sanitize the wound and also make it heal faster. I'm sure by now you'll be thinking, but Grace, who sent you? It's beauty pain, the pain of beauty. So like, it was hell, but after it healed up, I was able to wear the type of nose rings that I had always dreamed of wearing. So to the main reason why I'm saying all this long story, I received so many responses from people about my nose ring. Some didn't think like it was right for me to use a nose ring, being a role model to others. Some said like it didn't look good on me. Like, I mean, why go through all that pain and torture? And some said I'm no longer spiritual. Like, how can Sister Grace use nose ring? What's that? Some said, that I've become child of the world. Oh, you have a nose ring on your nose. What's that? So, but at the same time, some people cheered me up. They really admired it on me, and they were like, "Oh my, like it looked really good on me." And they were even gingered to want to do same. But I learned a very important lesson from this experience. I learned that in this journey called it's a personal race. Like, there's a race set before us all, and beyond people's opinion and belief. It really comes down to you and your journey with God, and His influence in your life. People will have different belief about how things should be done or not be done. People have different belief about how things should be done or not be done. And by people, by people here, I mean like influential people. They could be influential in your life or in the society. And truly, they can be of God's medium or channel used to pass important information, important messages to you, to like to us. Please understand, I'm not trying to trivialize or I'm not trying to trivialize the role of mentors and leaders in our lives. Like we are all at different levels and stages in our walk with God. We are all maturing, and we need these powerful influences in our lives, to help us grow. But at the end of the day, it's really about you and your work with God. you know it is a result of this relationship. It's a result of the relationship with God that determines even how you receive from these channels, from the channels, from these channels, these people. As you go deeper in God and your relationship with God, you become like him. His spirit compels you and influences your decision, influences your actions. And you might have the natural tendencies to be rebellious, but his spirit has the power to the spirit has the power to change you. It has the power to transform your life. The spirit can make you become like Christ. The truth about it is that it's not about what you do or didn't do that made you a child of God. It's not about what I did not do that made me a child of God. It's about what Jesus Christ is on the cross for me and his price on the cross. Check out Ephesians chapter 2 verse 4 to 5. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 4 to 5. So now that his sacrifice has made me whole, now that it affects like my relationship with him has the power to transform me and make me into who I'm supposed to be. Like, and speaking from experience, you don't have to have someone in the room to tell you what you are doing is wrong. I have taken decisions. I've taken decisions knowing that I was supposed to do it. Like, everything screamed, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And I did it. I went ahead. And when those decisions backfired, when the result of my actions came to light, like when it happened, grace, as described in the scripture above, welcomed me back. And out of the pit, like that, my decision led me into, you know, it brought me back, like out of like he embraced me back and helped me back on my feet. So my argument here isn't about don't use nose ring or use nose ring. My argument here is that God desires that we have real and authentic relationship with him. God is real, like, and he has the capacity to deal with our messes. Okay, take for example, I can be very strong-willed. Like, once I make up my mind and say this is what I want to do, it can be very difficult for you to change my mind. Like, it will take, I don't know, but once I say go, I don't always hear come. Go is go. Like, once I make up my mind, and like, I'm that kind of person that I have everything planned out. This is what I want. This is how I want it to be. This is how I think it should go. This is how I think it should be, and I'm hard at it. But God conquered me. He brought me to that place where I surrendered. I surrendered to him as king and lord of my life. Like, I got to that place where um I got to that place where I surrendered to his path, to the path that he laid out for me, even before I was formed in my mother's womb. And I realized that, you know, that character, being strong willed, was not a mistake. It was intentional about everything, including that aspect of my life. And it made me so, God made me so because of the path he has chosen for me. And when I'm surrendered to him and his path for me, he can use that character to fulfill his intention, you know, to fulfill his intention for my life. So if you are going to take anything out of this discussion, remember, this is your journey. This is your journey, your path, and the impact of God's strong influence as a result of a relationship with him. It's your path, it's your journey, and it's about God and his strong influence on that path and on that journey. Remember that real, and he can deal with your weakness, he can deal with your mess, he can deal with your mistake. The grace of God that saved you has the ability to sustain you all through the journey of your life. It is that powerful. So all through your life, rest heavily on God's power and ability, his grace, and the spirit of God in you. So on this note, I would be ending this video. As usual, if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up by liking it, and if you'd like to see more videos from us, please subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any video from me. And that would be the end. I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for joining. See you in my next video.